Okay, let's go again. So so the good thing about the auto pairing, if you do get duffed up and you go a bit lower, then it gets a bit easier on the auto pairing. So it's a very interesting concept, really. This okay, we got a game, Sporky. Okay, maybe actually Caro-Kann, haven't played for a while. Play Caro-Kann, maybe quite solid. I was looking. Ooh, what's this? It's Queen F3 business. I'll try and keep solid here. Not knight takes. Queen F7, mate. Right, I'm gonna accept a double pawn. Might as well get the queens off when we're about it then. Get that G file. Bit of dynamism. I can use that D5 square. If knight B6, knight D5, we can get a tempo on that bishop. Oh yeah, if I took bishop G3, I didn't even think about bishop rook G2, but it was worth checking out for a moment. But knight D5. Then actually, you know, bishop B4, because C3 can take and win 2 pieces for the rook and 2 pawns. Is that really worth it though? Probably not. H7 is also loose here. So I wonder, okay, in this position, is H5 going to be good? Or bishop B4? Do I really want to commit to this knight C3 business? There's also bishop H6 if I want to lose H7. Doesn't really do anything. I think H5 might be useful in the future. Although a target on H5 as well. So, bishop H6, yeah, that's a nice kind of bishop diagonal as well. B6, bishop B7, castle queenside. Try and put pressure on D4 later. Maybe play for C5 and open up this bishop on that diagonal. So maybe bishop H6, B6, bishop B7, castle C5 later. Try and put pressure. If it ever takes, I'll get pressure on F2. Maybe I can double rooks later with rook G4. Okay. Okay. Knight B4 now. Just gain the tempo so I can carry on developing. I don't really like bishop B4. I want to get this bishop on this diagonal. Do I want A5 though before that? Or not bother? Okay, the knight's been kicked back and it's eyed with that bishop, so interesting. Bishop C1's not really a threat. Bishop H7, bishop B2 maybe. Don't really think so. Let's just carry on developing here. Now B6, as mentioned, might be okay still in this position. Knight, and the knight can't come to E4 to D6 just yet. Although that could be on the cards pretty shortly. So no, there's no knight D2. I think this bishop belongs on this diagonal. So in castle queenside, which is legal by the way, even though the bishops, some people are a bit confused sometimes about castling queenside when there's bishop cutting across, because the king is not being interfered with. So casting queenside is totally legal, in case you were wondering. So casting queenside, and then I think cautionary once asked an arbiter, apparently there was this story if casting was legal on the queen side. Apparently. Okay, so if I castle queenside here, am I in trouble? Bishop is blocked in, but you know, knight C7 to D5, I got that D5 square. Maybe the bishop could just go to A6. So knight C7, bishop A6. Or just knight C7, knight D5. Okay, this E5 square would have been a problem without the double pawn there. That's a useful doubled pawn. So knight c7 to d5, or even to b5 might be useful. Okay, I seem to be playing thinkers this evening. Deep thinkers? Perfectionists? Okay. So I've got a significant clock advantage built up. Knight d2 is still out of the question. The bishop's eyeing d2, so knight d5 coming up and bishop a6. It could be the start of a tasty position. Now bishop a6 here would stop, well, bishop d3. It encourages a4, maybe. It encourages a4. Mind you, bishop c4 to d5. Yes. Mind you, takes. It comes to c2. So maybe no. Okay. Interesting. Knight b5 here. No, I'm confused. I'll go with knight d5. Because the bishop, if it goes to a6, I'm loosening c6, so rook c2 is going to be more effective for a taking and on c6. He's already got one piece striking around my king. Okay. Now bishop a6 here. Or do I just play b5 to just keep my bishop in a very defensive nothingness? It's a horrible thing to do to a bishop if I'm going to play b5. Controversial. Why don't I just wait for it to open up? I just got to get my king out of this diagonal, I think. So I'm going to play king d7 instead. I'm going to embrace this and try and open up the bishop. Okay. If I play rook g4 here, just try and soften up this side of the board. Also, okay, I've got a bit of pressure on d4. So he plays h3. I could take that, maybe. Okay, he's given me this bishop, but he's going to get huge pawns actually, with c6 in mind. So I've still got to wait here. Have I got bishop f4 just to kind of soak up some pressure? I'll play this because the knight's protecting it. I'm not too concerned at the moment about his prospects on attacking. Now I should be, because c6 is really coming out on the cards. Off the take, so I'll have to take with this. It's getting a bit unpleasant. So h4 doesn't do anything. Bishop c7 doesn't really help. If I go for an exchange sack, I wonder. If I play for rook g3, that's quite interesting. So I'm going to have to take with takes, and I'm going to have to play the exchange sack pretty soon after h3. Now taking here takes. If you took the rook, there's bishop a6. If I take like this, that gives me d4. I think I will take like this because it sort of loosens his centre a bit. If I take here, I'm on e4. Now these rooks are not really doing anything. I think I'm going to go for it somehow. I don't know how. Maybe the c5 pawn can be targeted. I have to take like this. Oh, you can double. Oh, I have to sack a pawn, because then I can take on here and win c5. Okay, I can play this. can win this one. Got a runner. Okay, I'm going to throw a check in. Keep this guy for a sec. Try and get this pawn going. Somewhere. A3 coming up. He's got severe time pressure. Oh, he's only provisionally rated. It's a bit slow for 5 minutes. It was only his 5-minute game. Okay, I thought it was a bit slow. Alright, so that was a fighting game. He seems dangerous. I thought I was in trouble there for a moment. So necessary to sack a pawn here to try and get these pawns now. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.